That's not the point. The point is, it's 5 classic movies he will never watch, which indicates that he hasn't watched them before.
Which is the real big problem because how do you know you don't like them and that you don't want to watch them if you haven't seen them?
Right. So even making any sort of judgment call is automatic.
Hobbes?
But Gone with the Wind had a lot of different effects on the whole movie industry.
Well, he doesn't care about that because it's racist.
Look at the times and the times when it was based. When the fucking movie was based. It's like
Yes.
watching the movie El Camino. Is that what it was with damn it. Or Gran Torino. That's what it is. Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood. He is excessively racist in it, but he is a character that was written to be who grew up in a time era and a time frame where that was the norm for every white person out there. Hell, my own grandmother was raised in that same time, and she is racist as all hell, and you'll never convince her that it's wrong.
He doesn't care.
That's when it
It's
was.
just,
That's when it was based. It was based in a time frame where that was the norm. It's like watching Django and getting pissed at Django
yeah,
because of how racist it is.
yeah, me and Hobbs made a joke about that on our first recording of this.
But it had a huge effect on the movie industry. It made it. It was the first movie to have a cuss word in it.
Doesn't care because there's a slavery in it. Doesn't matter that it has the first black person to ever win an Academy Award. It's still racist.
Oh my god! If I had time to join you guys for a dramatic reading, I would.
You could just read this.
If I had time to help you guys with a dramatic reading, I would totally be like, I don't care if you guys plan it to be just you guys. I'm doing it anyway. And then Firebird would get real pissed with me because I've had to put him off on recording episodes of the LPO Metal Gear Solid. Because I've been busy working.
Yep, I'm still trying to get Hobbs back. Don't know what happened with him.
You can just randomly throw my tirade into the middle of this video, just out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, and he also compared the cinematography to Michael Bay.
That what?
Just
What? No! And a million times! No!
let me just read this off. Lastly, the movie just looks boring as hell. The thought of sitting through 4 hours of southern melodrama makes my eyes droop. People talk about Gone with the Wind as an epic, something you experience, or to be absorbed in the spectacle of it all. That's the same defense Michael Bay uses. Look at the pretty picture. Sorry, no sell. There you go.
Oh, good God.
Uh, he also has Birth of a Nation on here.
Birth of a Nation?
Yeah.
Really? That had not only effects on the movie industry, but the entire nation in and of itself.
Racist. It's a racist movie. He hates it because it's racist.
Oh my God! Seriously, is this
And-
guy? Oh, is this guy black?
No, this is Manicexpression. You did a video on him, remember? That whole AVGN movie thing?
Oh, that guy! Oh, I actually thought he was a pretty chill guy, but this,
think
this.
I think it's because of his dad thing. I don't know, because when he starts out, he says how we shouldn't consider certain movies classic because the premise can just offend you. That you don't care about movies because of their premise can offend you and shit like that. You
It's
know, he's basing on these movies being bad because of their premise and all that. I forgot where he said that, but it's in the beginning 3 paragraphs.
It's not like the Disney movie Song of the South. Song of the South was a movie that was displayed in every trailer to just be a happy-go-lucky film about a little rabbit. And then 10 minutes into it, it just takes a turn for we're going to be racist as all hell. There's a reason that has not been released on DVD, and Disney, for the most part, will never let you know it exists. Because it turned out to be More racist than necessary. Racist just for the point of being racist.
Yep, and he has 120 Days of Sodom.
I have not seen that one, so I will have to stand down on this.
Jackie was in front of me.
Oh. So he bought our ice cream for us.
But
Good.
I didn't expect him to when I was making fun of him.
It's like the Mormon who bought my food because I had pink hair one day. No, maybe not. You gonna watch one? Okay. Then I'll take this random Skype conversation into a different area because so far it's just been one that made me go, "What?" And Michael here knows exactly what I'm talking about. A guy who said that Gone with the Wind is not a movie worth watching for the sole fact that it has racist undertones in it.
Racist themes and all
It
that.
has racist themes. I know. He doesn't care that it was made during that time frame. It's still racist. I already said that. It's like complaining about the movie Django Unleashed.
Unchained.
Or yeah, Unchained. But Django Unchained and any other movie based in that time frame, or even Gran Torino, which we both saw. We both saw Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood. Okay. I'm disturbing Amy from watching her shows on Netflix.
Damn it, Hobbes, what happened to you?
Hold on, I don't have my headset on. I cannot hear a word you're saying at the moment. My headset
Okay.
fell off.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm back. My headset is on and I'm good to go. But God.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is that 4 out of these 5 movies he has listed on here, he talks about how they're offensive, but you know what that 5th movie is?
What's that?
The Social Network.
That's...
And it's not because it's offensive, he just keeps saying he doesn't care about the movie, he doesn't care at all about it.
Okay, let me say this. The Social Network, I didn't really care for it myself, but where's the racism in the Social Network?
He's not no, like I said, this is the 1 out of the 5 movies that he doesn't talk about being offensive or anything.
Oh.
And yet the other 4 movies, he talks about how offensive they are, like the 120 Days of Sodom, how the girl is basically being tortured and all that, and how that's offensive. Birth of a Nation, how that's offensive for its racial themes. Zero Dark 30, calling it propaganda, and Gone with the Wind because it's made during the time of the 1800s.
Okay, well, Zero Dark 30...
Is that even considered a classic? It just came
No,
out
it's not considered a classic. It just came out. A lot of people consider it to be a good movie. Yeah, I think they really over-dramatize a lot of things in it and try to make people look better than they actually are. So to an extent, you could say it's propaganda, but it's really not a classic. Why would it end up on a classic list or a list of classics that aren't classics?
I have no idea. That's what me and Hobbs were wondering, because this film was just released around this and last year.
Yeah, it's just now came out on DVD not that long ago.
Mm-hmm. Just talks about how he hates it because it's a propaganda film and how it supports torturing people with waterboarding and all that. And saying how waterboarding gave us Bin Laden's name. That's what the film is saying. You know.
Oh, good grief.
Just ranting about political stuff and all that. Calling Hollywood liberals and stuff like that.
Well, everyone knows that Hollywood is mostly liberals.
Mm-hmm. And he's saying this because they are. That's why they made this movie. Just, you know. Even though technically it wasn't the waterboarding that gave us the name of Bin Laden. And even the movie showed us that. And damn it, Hobbs, where are you? Why did you derp on us? Fuck me.
I sent the message to the guys saying that a video on Darkness Now would be pointless.
because of the whole DRM policy being reversed.
Yeah, because that's the biggest thing you could argue against. Now, there's other items where he honestly doesn't believe that the Kinect is required for the Xbox One to work, which that's a lie because there's tons of articles out there about that.
Yeah.
Even the most recent articles that were released today about the DRMs getting reversed talk about how the Xbox Kinect is still required for the Xbox One to even turn on.
hmm Yeah.
Although you could say a lot about his reaction to the people.
hmm
I just find it really sad that someone such as Darkness the Curse of all people, Darkness the Curse, got this angry at people for calling him an idiot. Darkness the Curse!
Well, he was ranting on everything that he had no idea what was going on. Hobbs, are you back?
But,
Yeah, sorry, my computer had like a huge stroke.
Well, we were entertaining ourselves, just, you know.
and Michael here got me really interested in the whole dramatic reading you're doing.
I told him about Gone with the Wind being racist.
Ugh. It's like, okay, let's imagine the 1860s never happened. Like, how do you do that? It's like slavery never happened.
Oh my God! Whenever they teach us about the Civil War in high school, they're being really racist because they say things about racism and they talk about racism.
Hey guys, blacks stood up for themselves. That's very racist because they were slaves before. Oh no.
Django Unchained is racist because it features Jamie Foxx pretending to be a slave trader.
And they say
no.
the word nigger a lot.
Oh my God, that is so racist. I'm done. I'm done leaving. That's why he also hates that movie. What was it? He also hates Birth of a Nation for that reason too.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
there's
the
a
thing
lot to be
is,
said
it was a bad.
Oh, there's a lot to be said about Birth of a Nation.
Hobbs, did you derp
Yeah.
him?
No,
Because you're going silent.
I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
What do the comments have to say?
Say what?
The comments. Do people agree with him?
I'm pretty sure they did. He is the owner of that site.
Okay, the comments say the following. Let's do it says here. Hold on. I tend to avoid most big-budget Oscar bait films like the ones listed here. I'd rather just stick to watching smaller, low-budget films while having zero chance of winning any Oscars, have infinitely more heart and soul put into them.
So people blindly agreeing with him.
A lot of them seem to be, like, agreeing with his message, which makes no sense at all.
That the critics are bullying us into watching these movies? Because that
You're really not missing much with Zero Dark 30. That film was really overhyped.
Oh, and TOG, you want to see what other thing he said?
I actually consider Casablanca to be a little overrated.
What? What?
It's okay, but there are a dozen better Humphrey Bogart movies.
Excuse me. What?
What?
But Casablanca is so awesome.
That's in the comments section.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, what? How can you hate that movie?
But
Yep.
He was looking.
Well, everyone blindly agreeing with him.
isn't James the guy who is Manicexpression?
Yes, that he
Okay,
owns.
well, he's the one who said that Casablanca is completely overrated.
Well, he's stupid because either he hasn't seen the movie, like other classic movies he won't watch, or he saw it and just went, ugh, this movie's too long. Because that was one of his complaints about Gone with the Wind, is that it's too long and it's too boring. I'm like, well, I guess you have no patience, even though you could sit through A Clockwork Orange, which is also 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the Clockwork Orange.
He actually likes A Clockwork Orange, which
Okay,
is
wait.
very...
He likes the Clockwork Orange,
Yes, he likes The Clockwork. He defends it when he talks about Solo.
but how?
I don't know.
How? If he's using these reasonings for these other movies, then how can he like A Clockwork Orange?
I don't know.
Oh,
he
his
also
reason-
said
reasoning-
this.
Oh, no, wait.
He talks about racism being offensive when, in that movie, they rape an old woman while singing the song "Singing in the Rain."
because his reasoning behind this is, let me see what he says there.
He thinks it's a masterpiece, but he thinks Solo is torture porn.
A Clockwork. Okay, if handled correctly, such violence doesn't bother me. So I guess Clockwork Orange handled the violence correctly, according to him.
Well, how do you define correctly?
Something that doesn't show blood or rape scenes, but apparently that doesn't make any sense considering he likes a Clockwork Orange. So
Okay,
I have no
okay.
clue.
And he
Okay.
calls himself a film buff.
Okay, now I just read through his thing on Solo, and it gave a brief synopsis of the time or the environment it's set in. It makes sense for them to have that in there. They're trying to show what it was like under Mussolini.
Absolutely. So
I'm
what's
sorry?
the problem here?
Okay, let's make a movie about World War II based on Nazi Germany, but completely leave out anything to do with them killing Jews because that's offensive.
That never happened.
Let's deny the
I
fact
know.
that they did anything to the Jews. Let's deny the camps that they had. Let's deny gas chambers. Let's
Because
deny
that's
attempted
racist.
genocide.
Because that's religionist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And racist at the same time, by the way.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
and
it is.
TOG,
Very.
you see this line right here that I put down?
One man's Ghostbusters is another man.
He says that at the end.
Okay, I love Ghostbusters.
But how do you you can't compare it to Citizen Kane? That's what I said.
Citizen Kane, in all rights and effect, is a masterpiece.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, me and Hobbes joked about this also. Like, Citizen Kane, a movie that's being studied in film schools even to today, and Ghostbusters, what did that get? One mess sequel and a sequel that's still in development hell.
Citizen Kane, not only the writing, but the directing, the acting, everything about that movie. The filmography, everything about that movie is spot on.
Well, you have to remember, he compares Gone with the Wind cinematography to Michael Bay. And he calls himself a film buff who loves movies.
It's one of the few movies to use like Dutch camera angles and upwards camera angles and those kind of things in a movie correctly to emphasize a scene. Oh, good.
But it's racist and boring.
I was talking about Citizen Kane still.
Alright.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I am averting you guys from actually doing your dramatic reading right now.
It's cool. It's giving us more ideas.
Or give Hobbes more ideas. Lord
Yeah,
knows.
like I have a book here, right? It's called Understanding Movies by Louis Giannetti.
Lord knows he needs more big words.
Birth
Amongst
of a
other
Nation
reasons.
is also another movie that, if I know correctly, is studied in film.
It is. This book. I believe this book is used in film study classes. I know this because the person who gave this to me, I think.
There's a lot of movies.
So I mean, I'm gonna use this book if you don't mind, honest reviews.
There's a lot of
Because
movies
this-
that I can understand you saying that are not, don't fulfill the hype, that are considered things like classics. Gone with the Wolves is one of them. Okay, it's a good movie, but I don't think it stands up to the hype that it had, and that it still has today. It's a good movie, in all rights. It's one of Kevin Costner's best, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't see Dances with Wolves to be really that fantastic. It was kind of
Right.
bland.
I mean, yeah, it was very straightforward. It was about a Union general becoming one of the Indians. You know, it's a classic story of defending a native tribe from the white man. But it was interesting how that happened.
My God, it would. Oh wow, that just. Okay, why does this bring me back to Confused Matthew and how when he did his review of Last Samurai, he could have made a much better point in his review if he would have said that Last Samurai is nothing more than a ripoff of Dances with Wolves.
So you're saying that Manic reminds you of Confused Matthews?
It made me come up with a point. It made me make a connection here.
It would make sense considering that he's jumping to conclusions without looking at the movie. That's what he did to. That's what happens when. That's what happens when he reviewed. You know what? I hated Confused Matthew's review of No Country for Old Men. Not just because he doesn't like the movie, but because he misinterpreted the idea of the book behind it, and I love the book. And it's like, it's modernism, so it's this shit writes itself. I'm like, you don't know anything. Why are you...
No Country for Old Men, I didn't like it that much. It was a little bit too slow for my taste. I was hoping for a little bit more fast-paced, which I understood why it was slow, because, well, it was based on the book, and the book was a little bit slow in and of itself. But I understand why it won so many Academy Awards, because the acting was great. It just didn't touch the buttons it needed for me to be a giant fan of the movie. But, do your dramatic reading. I will mute myself and just listen and laugh.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Honest Reviews.
You have to count down to 10.
Fine. Okay, are you ready for the countdown then?
No, wait, give me 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness. We are never gonna get done. Oh, but seriously, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.